for mature audiences.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cows, dogs, chickens out there. Thank you for listening. Welcome to
The Cave.
All right.
Okay, it's our
Cave.
6th episode, and
Yes.
we are gaining momentum. We are getting more followers online, iTunes,
Pretty cool.
YouTube. Thank you very much for subscribing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
What else we get? You mentioned some other social portals that portals.
Facebook, obviously, because we actually talk to people
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah,
and now
absolutely,
for
Facebook.
Android users, we have
SoundCloud?
SoundCloud.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
cool. I
So
didn't
you
even
can
know that.
download
Okay.
your free MP3s of the show
All right.
every week.
Awesome.
Now, for those of you out there that may not know what we look like or whose voice to attribute to who, we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm Mark Nelson.
Revilson No Filter Fernandez.
I'm Steven Cool.
And I'm Erwan Yusuf.
Hey, guys.
All right, so
All
what are
right.
we talking about today?
We are actually talking about navigating the internet and men in the internet because it's
Yeah.
been such a wide and big subject that you can go on hours and hours. But we'll just try to pinpoint it on the important facets and how it affects men today.
Plus, men and women have different interests when it comes to the internet. Like, you know,
But Steven's jumping the gun again.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
just going to start with this thing called extra before Steven gets into the meat
Right.
of the subject. So we're going to shut him up.
I wanted to say the universe
so-
is smaller than the internet.
I was reading something a while ago. Like you guys know, Huffington Post Weird News is one of my favorite sites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Good stuff.
And they're talking about shock therapy to remove the gay out of you. And this is recent. This is like I would think something in the 1700s with lobotomy was like still a thing where people would like take their brain out, wash it, and
Right.
put it back in, and then you become a freaking vegetable. But no,
Right.
they're actually trying to do this now for gay people, saying that it can actually be cured with shock and electrotherapy.
wow.
You know what? I think they can cure stupidity with that by giving it to the people who think they can cure
Because
gayness with
well,
shock
so
therapy.
basically they think it's a disease. Is
Well, yeah,
that-
with the advent of everything that's happened in the States with allowing gay marriage and how France has just voted it in, Spain has voted it in, and everything, I think
Yeah.
more and more of the anti-gay movement is formalizing and rising,
I can think of a couple
Yeah.
of ways to use shock therapy, though.
and it always gets dirty.
If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
In other news, in other news,
Steven was actually reading an article. He was telling me about it.
Yeah, he
reads?
Yeah, he
do.
Does it have
He
crayons
scans-
involved?
Wait, no,
He
there's
scans-
lots of pictures.
Okay, there's new
Crayons.
research.
You
There's
draw in
new
between the
research
lines.
that suggests that 1 in 3 Americans now meet their spouses online.
And
There's
those
hope for us.
and
or we
Hold on, are we
Yeah.
talking about straight couple? I mean, or are we
yes,
going back to the...
straight couple.
couples in general.
And they're
And-
saying that their marriage actually lasts
longer. Like the incidence of divorce is less.
So
If they meet
last
online.
5 years
what do you
instead
think
of
that
3
is,
years.
though?
Well, because she is in prison while he is also 200 kilometers away online. And hey, I'm dating you, but she's far. Okay, I'll shut up.
Well, I think it actually it sets a good foundation for both sides, right? Because you get to know the person without necessarily having any of the day-to-day pressures or the physical pressure or
Yeah.
anything. It's really purely
Plus,
honesty because some people lie actually online, but you know.
no. Plus, it makes men who aren't as confident more confident. So it gives men more, more chances to actually succeed in dating. Because normally, guys, when they're face to face with a girl, they're
little bit
scared,
nervous.
they're
Yeah,
nervous.
course. Well,
But
not
they have
only-
more time to research and find out what they have to say.
You mean
online.
stalk?
Wait, let me
Yeah.
clarify
Yeah.
this. Is it they're in a they meet and then they live together physically, or they have
They
a relationship?
meet and then eventually they get
Get
married.
married.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Well,
Wow.
actually,
So basically your foundation. That's what
We
you
actually have a few
Yeah.
friends that have met their spouses.
I have a lot of friends
online.
who had that.
yeah.
And they're still happily married, and it seems to work. And I think part of the reason why it does work is because in this day and age, everyone is so busy.
Yeah.
All right? They don't have the time to really go out there and meet new people and go on dates. But they're at home, they're online, they've got the time.
They're
they can do the
relaxed.
research. They're a little bit more relaxed. And then once they weed out, a lot of the online freaks, then they've got the smaller group to choose from. Say, okay, now we'll do a face-to-face.
Correct. So, I
Pretty cool.
mean, are we recommending that
No, I think-
men
I think-
nowadays do more online dating
I
than
think
live
that
dating?
option is there.
Guys,
It's a growing population. We have more and
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
people. They're saying in 2000, I don't know, we're gonna beat 7 billion. Trillion. 7 billion in the world or
Gonna
something.
need more bandwidth.
So it's getting harder and harder to meet people.
Yeah, and
next headline or extra. This I don't know if that's gonna be shocking for you guys, but 42% of men. A study in the UK revealed that 42% of men put the internet before food and shelter in terms of priorities and importance.
Oh yeah,
course.
So
absolutely.
That's why we're actually talking about the subject. 'Cause
YouPorn.
it shows you.
Yeah.
It actually shows you how much of a chunk the internet has slowly taken in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to start us off, just to pinpoint us in the right direction, Mark, what would you think are the top 3 reasons women go on the internet?
I would say shopping,
Okay.
fashion,
Uh-huh.
and
join Mark's
Men.
fan page. Oh, sorry.
Liking his fan page.
Top- the
Liking his fan page.
internet,
and then
what's it,
unliking it
social
right
media.
after.
The top 3 are the top 3 are social networking, shopping, and dating. And for men, Mr. Revilson, I'll give you the top 3 for men.
Porn, and no, I'm just kidding. Top 3 for men in no particular order, or
In no particular order.
In no particular order. So we'll go with gaming.
Okay.
We'll go with sports,
Uh-huh.
and we'll go with porn.
Porn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So news, entertainment, definitely
Okay.
a massive one. Porn is pretty big, and third, meet women online.
Oh,
And
I
dating,
missed it.
dating
Okay,
online.
so social media. Okay, wow.
exactly.
All right.
Because more and more now, people are actually using, like we were saying a while ago, using social media as a tool to meet people.
Correct.
What are your feelings on that? Like,
Yeah.
Well, I think,
Yeah,
like
that's
I said
the
a
way
while
of the
ago, I think
future.
right now, I think men should take advantage of the fact that they can actually get advice online. I mean, gone are the days when, like, you wanted to say something to a girl on the phone and you didn't know what to say and you had to call a friend. Now all you have to do is Google it, like, what to say to a girl on the phone.
Oh, but
I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm going
literally-
to call bullshit on that. That's cheating.
I know, but
Because
like,
you're not, that's not you being yourself. I mean, you can
Yeah.
meet someone online and you can flirt online. You can be a better version of yourself or a more confident version of yourself. But you shouldn't be copying pasting from someone else.
no,
Copy-paste your
well,
relationship.
I don't know, because it's like reading a book, right?
Exactly.
That's how you're going to educate yourself.
You have to
and
do
become a
research.
better person.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well-
saying that you should try and test it. You shouldn't build a facet to your personality that doesn't exist. But
Correct.
you should use some of these. I use the internet all day, every day to try to become better.
Mark, what's the difference between a guy checking online how to build abs versus a guy checking
actually
online
going out there and
how-
doing it?
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, no, but like researching how to do it, and then a guy researching how to talk to a girl.
So
It's
do
the
you
same thing.
research or do you actually do it, Steven?
No, I'm just saying in general, you can actually do it nowadays. Like some guys already know or have had experience to say the right things, but some guys haven't had the experience to do it. So it's a good thing that you have sites like AskMen.com, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're very
Yeah.
familiar with that site.
Yeah, but again, I have to side with Mark as far as, yeah, you're getting all these
Tips and
these
tricks.
aids and tips and tricks, but in the end, you're supposed to use it in the real world situations. And when you are going online, that is not a real world situation. I guess if you want to make it, put it into personify it, it's like me and you, and we're in a club, and I go up to a girl, and I kind of fluster with my first line, and then I just go right next to you. Hey, bro, I need help with this one. How, give me another line. It's, you're my
Yeah,
Google
yeah.
in a way, and
Exactly.
that looks bad on me.
Talk
right?
about that.
So,
Talk about that because
Yeah.
of the I'm not. I'm gonna expound on that
Okay, go.
because of the internet and because of things happening like that. We've had this advent of pickup artists, PUAs,
Yes.
and then they've started these thing called gaming and shoring. I don't know if you guys know
What's shoring?
Shoring is
You read the book twice. How do you not know what shoring is?
I know the game, but what's shoring?
Shoring is basically before you go to any country in the world. One of the recommended things to do if you're a single guy is before you go to like Sweden, for example, or something, you go online and you try to meet girls from Sweden already. Using dating sites, using
And that's how Erwan,
social network sites.
a French guy, meets Ann Curtis.
And then basically you do that. So you set up dates. So before you arrive
Okay.
in Stockholm, you have 4 dates set up already.
Oh, that's just
Okay.
common
Okay.
sense and using.
That's called shoring.
Oh,
So-
is it? It has
yeah,
a term already.
That's called
Okay.
shoring.
But
we
see,
have a very good
but see,
friend
this is a perfect
from
example.
Australia who did that last time he was here.
Mark Nelson?
No.
Oh, sorry.
But guys,
No, but that
Mark,
makes sense.
Mark Rovi, this is actually a perfect example of how you use the internet to your advantage.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
do you guys feel like this is, it's not right to use, to
No,
use-
you can totally use the internet
Yeah.
for research to try and help you out. But at the end of the day,
No, but in this
you've-
particular case, like shoring. Shoring is like trying to meet girls you haven't met before you go to the country.
Well, if that's your thing, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, like, would you recommend it to men out there?
Well, if you want to go out there, if your aim of going to that country or one of your aims is to meet new people, broaden your horizons, meet, new girls, then yeah, go ahead.
What
It's-
are other ways so that guys can use tools, the internet as a tool? Like, what do you, Rovilson, what do you use it as, and how do you use it in your life to make it, you know,
I think
make
you just
yourself better?
mentioned it. Porn.
Yeah.
Well, in addition to
Yeah.
that,
That reduces Rovi's intensity of trying to hook up with girls.
You know, yeah,
because
no,
there's
there's-
porn.
there's
Sports
actually
and
been-
dating. That's all the same thing to him.
There's been actually massive studies done on guys. The more you watch porn online, the more you become uninterested in physical matters. So basically, the more porn you watch online, the more you don't want to go out and meet actual people. The more you're not making an effort anymore. Your sex drive goes down. All these things. That's what they're saying.
Your sex drive goes down.
Yeah, because you watch too much, it becomes normal.
You have a better relationship with your hand. In short, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Is that why you're showing us
That's basically what you're saying,
He's
right?
like- he's showing me his hand right
you
now,
have
I'm
you
like,
have a better
"Do you
relationship
want
with
me
your
to
hand
read
than
your
with a real than with a real person.
there is a rubber goat upstairs that is really disappointed you said that. Stop touching me with that right hand. No, well, what other ways? Well, first and foremost, of course, being a frustrated writer and someone coming from publishing, research. Good old research. I mean, well, just to expound on what you were saying, research in order to meet women. But I also I love random trivia and, you know, the attention span of males nowadays. I can't read a book anymore, but I can read maybe a 5-page article or, you know, I mean, the speed of information that I like to digest is coming from the internet, and it's perfect for me. And for people like you. And
Yeah.
Ultimately, you're cultivating more and more information, and
Okay.
you can
Yeah.
actually,
And I mean, you can use that information to like, use that information to, to have better conversations with women.
Yeah, social ammo, as
Yeah.
I call
But see,
it.
those are the
Social
positive
ammo.
sides,
Right.
and then there's the very dark
course, it's-
side of the internet.
Yeah.
When it comes to internet, there is addiction, internet addiction. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
More and more it happens. People, first thing they wake up in the morning, instead of drinking a glass of water, kissing their spouse in the morning, they're checking their Twitter feeds,
Yeah.
their Instagram
Yeah.
It
feeds.
happens to the best of us. Like,
Yeah,
the whole
I
day
think I'm
is
guilty
not
of that.
doesn't
Absolutely.
become productive because you're stuck on Facebook. Twitter.
You're on it all the
Yeah.
time, and then you have these like really weird scenarios where addiction spans for like guys, for example. There are a lot of guys who pretend to be women on the
Yeah.
internet.
That's true.
One, because maybe they feel repressed physically, that they need to be so manly all the time that they go online to manifest that feminine side in them. And then the second thing, also usually they go online to be women because they have, I don't know, like some sort of fantasies, or they want to research what other men. So basically, you have these situations on like ICQ or MSN or whatever, where a guy is online sexing with another guy, and they know it. You know what I mean? There's a dating website or a sexting website in the UK with 3.3 million users. Right? That's massive. Only 6,000 of them are women. But when they look at the profiles, it's 50-50.
Wow.
So you're having sex with a dude.
Wow.
Roby's like, shit, I was on it last night.
All right, guys.
So
that-
now, actually.
There is so much more to talk about with this topic.
It's massive.
And we're going to go into it a little bit more in depth in just a few moments. But sadly, right now, we have to take a short commercial break. Well, when I say short, it's probably about half an hour
Yeah.
long with
Yeah.
all the sponsors we have now.
Yeah.
Take a run or something.
More money, more problems.
That's right. Drink more water. See you in a bit.
We'll be right back. And at this point, we would like to introduce our hot girl of the week with matching hot brains. She is
Eating
of course,
her?
Steven,
one of
always the best
one of the
in
fastest
introductions.
rising supermodels in the country. Please put your hands together and your fingers for Pauline Prieto. Hello.
We apologize for that introduction.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, okay.
P squared.
P square. P2 is different.
P2.
P2 is
All right. Anyway, so Erwan, what do we have for our
My
hot
intelligence is
female
lost on
guest
you.
with a hot brain?
Okay. So we usually do a couple of questions before anyone comes in, just to warm you up and get you into our mindset, which is a very dark and dismal place. If you were this is from Wilson. If you were a terminal disease, what would you be?
Because I just saw World War Z. I saw World War Z. And
Shit, I
that
need
was-
to explain this because it sounds ridiculous.
I was kind of
I
inspired.
hated that movie.
Oh,
I
did you
wanted
really?
It's terrible.
It is terrible,
No,
but it's
the-
the direction of. Okay, go on, sorry.
The opening scene was the only thing good about the movie. Everything else was so
Yeah, it was spiraling. It was
Yeah,
just,
I think the best zombie movie has to
I
be
haven't watched
28
it.
weeks.
So
No, I'm just
Oh, let's
telling
talk
you.
about it some more
You
then.
would rather
I will.
not.
So when Brad died. Oh, sorry. Okay.
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 So
just say
this is-
meningitis.
Okay.
Just say meningitis.
Get your
I
mic
guess-
closer. Yeah.
Nice mic.
Sorry, I love this mic. I guess cancer.
You would be cancer.
Yeah.
I was gonna
No,
say a
because,
toothache.
I was gonna say the flu. Or something.
I don't know.
No, he
It's
said
like-
terminal
Can-
disease.
Cancer,
Yeah.
how generic.
So like maybe next time say something that's curable.
That's true. Dude, you're such a
Spanish flu.
You are okay. What is your favorite word?
Jargon.
Wow. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
new.
What does it
Usually
mean?
people use profanity. Not bad. What is your
jargon
favorite? Yeah, she sounds Scottish there. What is your favorite sound?
The sound of a motorbike.
Not bad.
Someone likes her rock stars.
No.
If you could be reincarnated into an animal, which one would you come back as?
A tiger.
Cool.
Are you're the tiger? Or?
No, I'm here the monkey. It's a hang up.
All right.
Tiger monkeys.
If,
Are there?
I have no idea.
thank you, Wilson. Always
Sorry.
so
Sorry.
useful. If you were nominated as president of the Philippines, what would be the first thing that you would do coming into office?
Fix the public transportation. It's
Okay.
terrible.
And lastly, what would be your stripper name?
I wouldn't be a stripper.
If you
But just in case you
what's
were,
yours?
what would
I
your
What's yours,
wouldn't want to
Wilson?
think about. I don't know. I don't watch porn. I don't know what strippers' names
How about-
are.
What is the name of the street you grew up in as a kid? Right now.
Are you trying to get my like password?
No, I'm not trying to get your password.
Oh,
No,
but
trust
now
me.
we know how to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you know how to get it.
No. What's the street of the
Melon.
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 Yeah,
Melon.
and that is
Melon.
your stripper name.
And no.
What's your
What
pet?
is
Your
your
first
first
pet?
pet? What is the name of your first pet you ever had?
Goldie.
So you're there.
Your
Perfect.
Dog.
Goldie Melon.
Yeah.
Goldie Milan.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Please
Sorry.
welcome
No,
Goldie
you're not.
Melon.
No,
Okay,
you're not.
coming to you from what's everyone's stripper's name here? What's your stripper name?
Mine would be Spike Tamarind.
Wow. Not
bad.
bad.
That's pretty
I did
cool.
not make
That's
that
a.
up.
Oh, sorry.
That was
Mine,
thought
mine
out.
is Safari Limasawa.
That was thought out.
Wow.
Limasawa.
Mine's actually Mark Nelson. That's my stripper name. No, Fuzzball Norseman.
Mine would be Bruno Vermicelli.
You lived on a street called Vermicelli
Yeah.
Badui, dude.
Now I can. Now I understand the eyes. Okay. You guys have one question each. Go for it.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
All
if you were to die and go to hell,
That was my question.
yours, what would you say to the devil?
What would I say to the
What
devil?
would he say to you?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, Mark.
Yeah, go, Mark. He took my question.
I know it's okay. You asked the last
All
one.
right, yeah.
I
You did ask the
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Thank you. Appreciate you covering for me. Thank you.
Question. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit serious because you're a model that has modeled overseas. Where's easiest to model? Easier to model, here or in another country?
Boring.
No. Hey, come on. Pick one of those.
It's kind of tough because you really have to be at the right place at the right time. So regardless of where you are, you just have to know the right people. So you could be in New York, but if you know people from like Gucci or Prada, you can easily get a job with them. It's just connections.
But no, I mean people themselves. Like, are they
well,
tougher here?
No, they're kinder here, and it's also because the market isn't as tough.
Okay.
Because
That makes sense.
there, it's a completely different ball game. It's like the Olympics of modeling. Here, it's like you
It's
do
like-
it just because it's a passion and you want to
it's
do
like
it.
midget Olympics here.
Pretty much.
Well,
yeah.
actually, the reason I was asking that, because I know you said it was boring, is I'm trying to help you out. If I know where most of the models go to model, then you can
Then
go there
I-
on vacation,
hey,
and you
I
can
do very
contact
well
them
in Korea.
online before you go.
I do very well in
some
Korea,
shoring.
so I don't need any more jobs.
So now that explains the haircut. Okay.
Oh,
We're understanding Steven more and more.
Defend.
He's not going to defend
Drag
you.
me.
There's no light in his
Anyway,
eyes
next
anymore.
question.
We're Wilson.
Oh, no, I asked two already.
Exactly.
All right,
Communicating.
I'm going to ask you, Pauline, has a guy ever contacted you via the internet, like internet dating or anything? Have you ever tried it?
No, I wouldn't try it either.
No?
No.
Why not?
I enjoy the thrill in not knowing when you're gonna meet someone. You know, it's like when you're on the internet, it's kind of like you have a schedule. Because if I'm online today, I could get a reply tomorrow, or I could get a reply in the next couple of hours. But when you just meet somebody in the real world, you never know when it's gonna happen. So
So you like the
don't-
spontaneity?
Yeah, and I don't want to meet a creep on the internet. I find that so absurd.
There's a lot of creepers out there.
I have a
Right.
question, Pauline. Have you used the internet like to date somebody
Yes.
long distance?
Yes.
Okay. What's your experience like? Like, do you recommend it, or would you tell people not to even like bother having a long
No,
distance
I think it
relationship?
works.
Really?
I mean, I enjoyed it because exactly, it doesn't need to be physical. It's all conversation. It's all I mean, it's basically like you're going back to like getting to know somebody from way back when you'd have to have a chaperone.
Okay.
You know, it's like everything has a limit. You're not pouring yourself out there. And things, I guess, tend to last longer that way because you appreciate the other person being in front of you.
And economically, of course, it's also, say for instance, if it's a long distance relationship, that certainly the internet would be economically wiser as well.
You mean
Yes,
find
of
out
course.
Because you don't have to take him out on dates?
Well, yeah.
you cheap bastard.
just
take them out on dates?
just clarification, by economically he means financially, but
Oh, financially, yeah, that as well.
in the economics
But
grand scheme of things.
you do need an internet connection, so that will still like cost you at least like $999 every month. So.
But everybody needs the internet anyways.
True.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you guys have all been in long distance relationships,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I was in a long distance relationship when Skype was still like, you see me now, you don't type of thing. Like it was the robotic Skype.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we didn't use Skype much. It was mostly just phone calls and text. So for me, like now with all the resources available, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I would have no idea what that impact would be.
Well, I mean, I've had long distance relationships. I'm going to date myself a little bit here.
Postcards.
Both pre-internet,
Pre-paper.
and current.
Word star.
Yes,
Word
I used to
star.
have to chip
Pentium
away
1.
on those stone tablets.
Is the pigeon still on its way here, bro?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But no, seriously, way back when, you either had to spend a mint on international phone calls and have to deal with the delayed vocals that entailed, or you would be, or as well as writing out letters, sending them, waiting about a month and a half to get a reply, and that's how you communicated. But now with things like Skype and FaceTime and all the rest of it, it's so quick, it's so instantaneous. People take it for granted, but it is an amazing thing. Not only for relationships with someone that you might be, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but also your friends, your family. You can have Skype dates. Have you guys heard of Skype dates?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know Ravil's
Wait.
going to say something
Who has
exciting about
who does this? Who's slept beside a laptop open?
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we've all done
Oh,
that.
wait.
So it was like,
but wait,
with or without
why
clothes?
did you sleep here? What was on the laptop when we
How drunk did you get it? What lies did you tell it, Stephen?
Which
No,
site were you on when?
I was on
Chatroulette.com. You were the same.
I was okay. Anyway,
I will buy you a new case.
But no,
So,
I'm
so
bed
wait,
with
so
me.
wait, so
Yes.
Pauline, you believe in long distance relationships, and you don't think that it is not this? Is it? You think it's the same as dating somebody like in person?
Of course not. It's completely different.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to have my boyfriend with me, but we're living in this time where like your career does come first.
Okay.
Like right now I'm at my prime, I should be modeling, I should be going to school, wherever I want for my design course. I can't necessarily be with him, but I'd want to be with him. The internet makes that possible.
That much easier.
Okay, I've heard stories where some couples they have a long distance relationship online, but when they actually get together in the same place, things don't work out because the dynamics are just so different that if you've heard
That
such
happened to
things,
me.
right?
That I actually experienced that.
Yeah.
In a sense where you're talking, you're on the phone, and after a while, it just becomes redundant. It's the same questions, it's the same conversations and everything, and then when you see each other, it's just like,
Yeah, when
It's still
you're
this,
finally
like
together,
Clicking her
yeah.
forehead in real life,
You're
and she wouldn't
poking
do
her.
it.
I'm poking her, I'm like, it's not working.
Poking her. It's not, yeah. No, but you know what? We are a podcast of giving advice and giving tips, so I'd like to actually throw one out there if you don't mind, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're talking about the internet and how it's changed the dating game. How about going old school? Would you love it if your boyfriend wrote you a handwritten
Oh my
letter
God, I
and you
would
received it out
die.
of nowhere? The spontaneity.
would
Wouldn't you like
die.
that?
I find that so sweet.
Right? Right?
And it's more sincere than getting an email.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because it takes more time to write a letter and mail it out than it is to just be in your pajamas having coffee, like just typing out an
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
there is a downside to that, however.
Okay.
In this day and age of cell
Anthrax.
phones and computers and everyone typing everything, you may not even be able to read his handwriting because handwriting is degraded to such a point where.
We're all doctors now, right?
Has anyone seen like?
Mine is absolutely amazing. Have you
Actually,
seen
that- it's
Revilson's
upside
handwriting?
down, by the way.
No, Mark.
Have you seen
Mark
Revilson's
has,
handwriting?
Mark has a point.
I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
He gets a cramp after 2 words. That's how bad it is.
No, Mark has a point. There are actually people
Menstrual?
nowadays who can't even write anymore. They'd rather like type on their phone.
Yeah.
They want to write down notes.
It's the evolution of man.
I want to
our
challenge this
fingers-
thought though, like, because Pauline said like long distance dating works. I personally don't think it works. I think it's just total bull and crap.
Because you don't believe in love.
Yeah, and you and you don't believe in relationships. How is that any different from
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Is your heart
Wilson,
in blow?
back me up here.
I can't, bro.
Long distance Okay.
Jumping ship now.
Okay, dating
Later,
dating
Titanic.
somebody online or long distance is just basically just prolonging the inevitable. Like if you're just you're not meant to be, you're not meant to be. Because if you're meant to be,
inevitable.
No, if you're meant to be, you would be
Inevitable.
in the same place. Like
No.
somebody would give up something to be with you.
Long distance should have an expiration date. You can't just go
See?
on.
Exactly. No.
No, I still believe
Yes.
in it, but it needs to have that end date when you're like, in 12 months, in 14 months, we will be together.
True.
But
It
when do you
can't
have
just-
that agreement?
Yeah.
Prior.
Wait before it starts.
So they say,
Or
oh, you know what, I
during.
really like you. We should, see each other over the internet or long distance. But if one of us doesn't move within 12 months, it's over.
No, it's more like you have to commit to each other that in 12 months, regardless what happens, we are going to be together.
And you make the effort to be together.
And that's basically all the love you've withheld from them in that effort of moving to see them.
Steven's like, you're speaking
I just think you
Chinese."
guys should be friends if you're not together in one place.
Well, no. Usually, when you get into a long distance relationship beforehand, you're already at that "I love you" stage. It's not like we're
Yeah.
just dating, because that makes it tougher. But if you're already in love with that person, Steven, I'll explain the definition of the concept of love
Okay.
later. It basically before leaving, before departing or separating from each other, Steven's gonna die alone. You need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. Okay, we're gonna make the effort in X number of months to be together and make it happen.
Okay.
So to round all that up, okay, Steven, I think is gonna cry. We're gonna come back after this short break, and then we're gonna go over what we just did.
Discussed and didn't
We're gonna summarize. I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, we're gonna review the contract.
and then we're gonna come back to our top 10. So thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thanks, Pauline. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
So we've been talking about basically the relationship of people.
PayPal.
The Pope. Yes. Yes.
I blame
Come on,
Mark.
religion.
No, okay, we've been talking about basically the relationship of men and the internet.
Yeah.
We've covered a broad range of different subjects.
Very broad.
Very broad. And
Speaking of broads, we've had Pauline Prieto on the show.
exactly, yeah. So
Hot broad.
we talked previously about porn. We talked about gamers. We talked about how we use it for news entertainment. Then we went into dating and social media and long distance relationship and how the internet and social media have actually aided relationships and long distance relationships.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, the one thing we didn't cover though is, and Pauline, you touched up on this really quickly a while ago, creepers.
Yes.
Do you have creepers that come and talk to you or tweet you or Facebook you sometimes? And how do guys not? What should guys do to not become creeps on the internet?
Okay, I've avoided creepers on Facebook by changing my name. I don't use my last name.
Oh, so what is it?
I'm not telling you. No. But as
Mark's
for
the number
everything
one
else,
predator,
it's,
by the way. Okay, keep going.
No.
no. But as for everything
I'm
else,
taken now. Now it's Steven.
No, he won't do that. He won't do that.
I did it.
Because he has her number.
Yeah.
I have
He
her
does it
number,
by
that's right.
phone.
I have her address.
Okay, sorry, Pauline. Keep going.
No, but I personally just ignore it. I feel like they want the attention. So if you don't give it to them, then they're just gonna like pack up and go.
Correct.
But how about the guys who are genuinely interested in you or want to try to spark a conversation?
Guys
or
are
you,
genuinely interested in me.
or you think that's just a bad?
I've never seen that or experienced that.
It's just a bad way to do it.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I'm not a guy, so I wouldn't really know.
All right.
But like, I guess I wouldn't want somebody to message me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram if they wanted to get to know me. I would prefer somebody to actually make the effort that when they see me, they go, "Oh, hey,
To
we
stalk
should do
you.
this."
What if?
No, but like,
What if they
oh,
never-
hey,
She's
let's have
there.
coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Pauline, isn't that scarier for a guy you don't know to like come up to you?
Oh, somebody I don't know. I thought we were talking about
No, it has
somebody
to be
who
somebody
like
that
you don't
wants
know.
to-
Yeah, you don't know.
Absolutely random.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, the romantic notions of, you know,
Oh, please
walking
don't
the
call me,
subway.
or please don't like. Yeah, if you're a complete stranger who's like stalking me on the internet, just please don't.
But the thing is, there could be a complete stranger out there who is your
Right for you.
true love. And and he knows it, and it might even be true.
I think I'm understanding you guys wrong.
No,
No, but now thank
kinda
you
like
for
all our guests.
thank you for shedding a light on that. Now I understand. I would appreciate somebody to just come up to me and strike up an innocent conversation. You
Does
know,
that still exist?
Yes.
Nowadays, yes.
well, I think so.
I'm actually more.
I would like to hope. Yeah.
That's actually really interesting. Like for personally, if I was a girl, sometimes I am.
yeah. On your Saturday
Basically,
nights.
I would
Yes,
I would
Solen.
find it more shocking or scary for a random person to come talk to me.
In this day and
I
age.
agree.
In this
I
day and
agree.
age,
Really?
That's what I was
rather
gonna
than
say. I
someone,
mean,
like,
Pauline, wouldn't
tweeting
you
me
want
or-
a guy to message you a very nice, message first, like on Facebook, say, "Hey."
No, I think that's so pussy.
No, I mean, like if he's a nice
True.
guy, he'd ask you on Facebook, and then at least when you see him in person, at least he's already struck up a conversation, rather than a guy who you don't know all of a sudden talks to you. You'd probably
No,
be
but
scared.
remember what you said about like how people can Google things to talk about? That's how I feel when somebody strikes up a conversation
Okay,
with me
on
online
Facebook.
and says, "Hey, let's hang out." If I've never really had any
That's right.
interaction with you in the real world.
She has a good point.
Okay, mind you, we have a mutual friend who did exactly that, and they ended up married.
Oh yeah, they're getting married.
Soon to be married.
No,
yeah.
soon to be married.
See, it works out for some people, but personally, I don't like that.
Okay.
I mean, I would prefer like if I'm having coffee and it's a communal table. If somebody sits beside me and goes, "Oh, hey, what are you reading?" I mean, things like that. It shows that you're interested in me.
Oh, okay.
And there's no like perception of who I am.
Okay.
So you're interested in, who I am on the inside and not like what I do or all this.
Okay.
Okay, what other things should men not do online aside from?
I think guys
jumping
should,
the gun.
No, guys just shouldn't watch porn. Period. That's it.
One more
Shouldn't
time, say that again. Repeat that.
Guys shouldn't watch porn. I think it's so gross. No offense. No offense. It's been established. It's okay.
Why are you guys all so quiet? I don't know what happened. Like usually we're a chatty group. Okay.
All right. Okay.
It's a sensitive.
All right,
topic.
getting back a little bit on this. Okay, men should. You're saying that men shouldn't watch porn online. What do you do online? I mean, I assume
Personally,
yes.
I try to research and study.
What do you research and study?
About my favorite architects, about what's happening in the design world, what's the next big conference, like who is the architect of the world, things like that.
Okay.
Things that excite me. For
What
me,
do most
architecture
normal
excites
women-
me.
So that's your
do
kind of
online.
porn. Because no. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, it excites you. That's something you're interested.
Okay.
in.
That is.
For
Okay,
Wilson-
now that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I would rather say it's an addiction than it is
Okay.
porn.
All right.
No, well,
so
there's
Wilson
the
just
term
has an
food
addiction.
porn.
Okay.
There's the term food
Yeah.
porn.
No, that's just no porn.
No, Erwan is
Mine would be food
Erwan
porn.
is a food
Yeah,
pornographer.
Erwan is a food pornographer.
that's
One of the most prolific.
Sometimes when I
just,
touch-
you
I
just
just
use
don't,
that word
I
and
just
you
don't
think
like
of it.
the word porn.
Okay, well you're perfect, obviously, and
Oh, thank you.
Wilson, how have you used the internet to approach a girl?
How have I used the internet?
In the past,
to
I'm actually
approach
interested,
a girl?
yeah.
Mr. MySpace.
Well, in the heyday of MySpace, my goodness, that was in my opinion the clubbing of the internet at the time. Because again, on Facebook, I have to agree with Pauline. You can't really. It's more creepier to announce and say hello to a complete stranger on Facebook. You just don't. But in MySpace and Friendster, which preceded it, it was more open. The rules weren't set yet. Things weren't creepy, as they were. I'm putting up air quotes. Creepy as they are now. You know what I mean?
Although it might have been creepy for the girls that you contacted on MySpace back then.
So how do you do it in MySpace?
I think it's more creepy for a
MySpace.
girl to receive a message than a guy to receive a message.
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm sorry. I'll disagree with that because I think it's quite creepy as a guy to get a message on like Facebook or some of those things because nowadays, much like the dating websites, you don't know, is it really a girl or is it a dude pretending to be a girl?
Well, usually, each time I get, and this is true story. Each time I get a random girl wearing a bikini that wants to add me on Facebook, more often than not, she's friends with Stephen Koo and Mark Nelson.
Wait.
And I'm not kidding. I will tweet this shit on Instagram each time.
And this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing.
No
but
offense.
but like that's the case. Most of the time, people know, somebody.
I basically don't add anyone I don't know.
Yeah, same.
If I've never met you physically, then I won't have you on Facebook.
I stopped adding people years ago.
That's why. So, Wilson, you didn't continue your story. How did you use MySpace?
Oh yeah,
And was it successful?
Oh, absolutely. Again, that was the day and age of internet and as I called it, the internet, the clubbing of the internet back then. So
You just hit someone up and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there weren't any rules established also in how to pick up girls at that time either. It's just, hey, how you doing? I mean, of course you rely on your wall.
Yeah.
I mean, you put out your optimal image out there. It's your best picture. It's all your accolades and your qualifications. The wall.
Okay, let's set those rules. So let's set the rules of the top 10 things guys shouldn't do on the internet. Now's the time, Steven. This is the right time. Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, number one, fucking duck face Instagram selfies. Like, what the hell is up with that?
What a duck face.
You've never seen a duck face?
What's a duck face?
I don't know.
It's an actual term now. Yeah, duck face.
What is duck face?
I'm not going to do the duck face.
What does it look like? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Think of a duck
Yes.
and put that on a man's face.
What?
Like, basically, you're sucking it's like Blue Steel, but on steroids.
I'm thinking the whole Jersey Shore phenomena kind of made that come out. It's more of the what are they called?
I know you're taking pictures of your
What do you call
abs.
them? The Jersey
selfies.
Guizos?
Guidos. Yeah,
Guidos.
it's a
Guidos.
Guido
Thing.
move.
All right, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's my one.
Right.
You guys? We're doing top 10 here.
Oh, wow. we got 9 to go. Feel free to chime in with any. All right, how about quickly, Mark, if I can, since
Yes.
you're thinking. The emo one, right? So you leave it
That was
on
mine.
Well, you stole mine, so this is revenge. So, again, a status on Facebook. Oh, I've had such a shitty day. This is the worst ever. ... And then you kind of wait for someone
Yeah,
to
just someone.
to
Oh,
comment.
it's a
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Right.
what's
People would just put a
wrong?
sad
I'm here
face.
for
But what if you really
Yes.
did have a
Oh,
shitty
God.
day?
You probably did, but we don't care.
Okay.
Life sucks. Get over it. You got to pay bills. Shut up.
Well, you guys...
Liking too many photos.
I think Wilson's
Yes.
I think
culprit of
that's,
that.
that's not cool.
I see nothing wrong with that, but sige.
Number 4 for me, poking. Like, what the fuck's poking?
Poking.
Oh,
There
on
you go.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Those are terrible.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know
right?
what it means.
But
I
wait,
find
no,
it
but
so...
no,
Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Because I mean, like
I
sometimes
feel
you
like
get.
they want your attention, but you never get notified for it. So it's like
It's just, it's like, yeah,
it's
a
creepy. It like
thing.
hangs at the
Don't
I
corner.
don't, I don't
think
think
poke is
anybody
like
pokes
Harry
anymore. Wait,
Doman.
I don't think
Yeah.
anybody pokes anymore.
No, they do.
I get
No.
pokes from like random
Yeah.
It's like,
random
I think it's just
people. I'm like,
automated
oh,
now.
okay.
What people?
You're automatically poked, even if you don't poke.
No, I
no, you
know
get-
that when you on somebody's name, right underneath it says like something something, then poke.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually like you can navigate through their page and just click it.
It's like you go into a club.
That's
What
what,
is
it
that?
literally
Yeah,
is.
what's wrong with that?
Another one with
I know
Instagram.
you like to poke as often as you can when you're in the club.
With the Instagram videos, I've seen a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, that make good morning videos. Like, they wake up
Yeah,
and they're like,
video
good
selfies.
morning.
Video
and I'm just like,
selfies.
what?
Are you
What
serious?
are you doing? So guys should not do that. It's like selfies, but just the next step.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
wait,
Which
wait,
one
But
was
are
this?
we like
wait,
just
wait.
limiting the top 10 to like what guys shouldn't do?
Yeah.
Shouldn't
Should
do.
guys not
Yeah.
do selfies? That's the question.
No, guys shouldn't take photos of themselves at the gym.
Should guys not take
No,
any
they
photos
should
of
not.
themselves at all?
No, they
Selfies?
just shouldn't take photos of themselves like shirtless
Pumping
at the gym.
iron.
Like, yeah, I find it so.
No, but like
Wait, is that like
Weirdo.
girls taking
Wait, wait.
bikini photos at the
Wait,
beach?
But
Wait.
Pauline,
You're taking
Pauline,
away
Pauline.
Mark's business right
Pauline,
now.
how about
sorry.
Pauline, how about
Okay.
selfies in general? Do you
I don't
think
shoot at the
guys
gym.
should have selfies? In
Honestly,
general?
I don't mind if guys have selfies. If that's your trip, bro, that's your trip. But I
but
just
you
don't.
don't find it weird.
I do.
So
but
no selfies to guys.
No, I mean
Number 7. Thank you very much.
no.
No, I think it's okay for selfies, but just I understand what she's saying, just
Mike
not
does
at the
selfies.
gym.
I find it so weird. So you're like, you have your like, what do you call that? I don't even go to
Muscles?
the gym.
Biceps?
Not obvious
Dumbbells.
at all.
What's that round thing that
An
they,
arm?
Barbell?
There, that one. They hold that and they have their like iPhone stand.
Dumbbell.
Like,
If
I
it's
find
one
that
hand,
so
if it's one
Yeah,
arm.
weird.
that is pretty weird.
Well,
That
you
is
shouldn't be
very
working
weird.
out with your phone in the first place.
Yeah.
But no, but I
Alright.
I agree. A guy shouldn't have a selfie. But some selfies are cool. Like honestly, if you're in the Eiffel Tower,
Yeah, that- see,
it's in the
that's
background
okay to
or
have a
whatever.
selfie.
Candid
Thank you.
selfie.
Yeah.
No, but
It's
no.
Still a selfie.
Selfies should not have categories. A selfie is a selfie.
Please,
no,
it has to
wait,
have
no, no.
purpose.
As we were discussing earlier about a lot of men out there, they do watch porn online, even though Pauline thinks it's very, very bad. It's going to happen. So I think one thing that men should not do is forget to erase their history.
Correct.
Oh, guys
Yeah.
should also learn to like, aside from erase that and not do all that, don't sync it with your email because when you get like notifications, it comes out on your phone. And you could like, oh hey, you're on that porn thing.
That's very
Okay.
educational. That
Wow.
works, yeah.
Wow, yeah. Well,
'Cause no.
okay.
On your
That's
phone,
true.
you can put the format where you see the sender and then the subject. And so if you get those,
You can get like a
emails-
notification like new lesbian porn and it comes out on your phone. I've had
Oh really?
Well, thankfully, I don't get those emails.
Yeah, thankfully I don't get that. But it's
Make
what's,
your penis
What's kind of
bigger.
funny is, well, the worst part is like if you went-
Cheapviagra.com.
Well, like I had a friend who borrowed my laptop the other day.
No defense.
And she tried to punch in. We were looking for some interior design stuff. She punched in
Sure
P.
you.
She punched another P, and then
porn.
it came, yeah, like Porno Hub. And I'm just saying, she's like, why did Porno Hub just pop up? And I'm like,
I was doing research for our podcast.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, I'm so mad at Google, you know? I mean,
I
how
think-
dare you think that, you know, what if I really was looking up, you know,
Google just knows you
portobello
that well.
mushrooms or, you know,
Okay,
whatever. That was
so-
your laptop, by the way, Mark.
the last of our top 10. Let's put it out there. This is the last one. If people count, we're probably off. But I think guys should never Google girls,
Yes, I agree.
right?
No, I
Guys should
completely
never
agree.
Google
people.
girls.
Yeah.
You could Google
Okay, wait.
I
Say
don't
people
Google people,
question.
but I've
No,
met
question,
somebody
question.
who Googled me.
What
behind my
if
back.
what
Let her
if
talk.
what if the guy's trying to find out if the girl has a boyfriend?
Fair point.
That's
Okay.
I mean, like, would you go for a girl who has a boyfriend? No,
No.
Of
right?
course not.
There's only one way to find out. Google
Hey,
her.
but if the girl, no, there is
It's called a fucking conversation.
Hi, so do you have a boyfriend?
No, I think that's completely absurd. And it's wrong on the girl's part if she has a boyfriend and leads you on. So it's not Google's fault, it's her fault. But guys shouldn't Google on the internet.
I
Here's the
agree.
whole
well,
side.
let's not use the internet at all then if we can't Google.
No, but you shouldn't Google up like, oh hey, like this chick is she does that. Because when you start to see them, it's like you know everything about them. It's not exciting to
And
get
it's
to know
planted
them.
information. Oh, by the way, did you watch Nadal yesterday?
Oh, because I saw it on your Twitter.
You know
And she
what?
loves
you know what?
tennis.
You know what? If you don't want that
Thanks,
information
thanks,
out,
thanks, Rovi.
Don't put it out.
then don't put it out there.
No,
You know
but
what?
it's complete-
right.
We're
Put
not
everything-
uploading this.
If a girl doesn't want her information out, like her status or whatever, then make everything private. If she puts it out on public, then you know she should
Okay.
expect that people will Google her.
Okay, well, I think what Stephen's trying to say, and a nice way of wrapping up this whole topic is that the internet is a big, wide world out there that you can use it as to your advantage, and but you have to be also very careful about the way you use it.
Correct.
That you're not crossing any lines,
You're not
and
crossing
it
any lines.
doesn't become an addiction.
Exactly.
So, kids, with that, be kind to yourselves. And what was that closing
Tip your
line?
waitresses? What are you saying?
So, thank you very much
Thank
for
you very
watching
much for
another
watching.
episode of The Cave.
Watching
Thank you
and
very-
listening.
Thank you very much for
Keep
Pauline for
downloading
coming.
and
Thank you,
subscribing on
Pauline.
iTunes.
Pauline, is there anything that you want to plug? Any Twitter accounts that you want people to follow.
Any shows you're doing?
Any shows you're doing?
Live from bench.
There you go.
I don't know what else to say.
Plug.
Watch the billboards.
On Twitter, you're at Pauline.
At Pauline Camille. Hello.
There. Okay.
Right.
All right.
She won't tell you her Facebook name.
Follow us on Twitter at Cave Podcast and
On Facebook.
Facebook is-
Facebook.com/Cave
Cave.
Podcast.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching our 6th episode. That was The
The
Cave.
Cave.